Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm your host, Ron Nicoletti. We're here for Sunday's action on October 27th. I'm excited. Let's get right to those track and weather conditions. It's a Chamber of Commerce day in South Florida. The main track fast, no turf course racing schedule. Our first race is a 5.5 furlong sprint. It's a maiden event for maiden filly 2-year-olds. We have one jockey changing here at number 3. Tough to stop, make the rider Abdel Jain.
Racing at Gulfstream. Good start for Tough to Stop from down toward the inside at the rail. Indubitably Ellie moves up to challenge. These two are quickest. Away in third is the gray horse, One Proud Gal, with You Knew You Never Learned to her inside. Then on the inside, Chuckle of the Day, who's opened up 6 lengths on the team at the back. Starship Marquis, Secret Fascination, and Charanga. 7-2 proposition. Tough to Stop is on top by 1.5 lengths. Indubitably Ellie is second, moving up on the outside. You Never Learn. Third at the 3 furlong point within 2 of the lead. 4 lengths back to the inside. Chuckle of the Day. She's inside of One Proud Gal. The rest are not of consequence as they run to the top of the stretch. Traveling up on the outside, here's Indubitably Ellie in front 3/4 of a length. Back to second is Tough to Stop. You Never Learn did not have anything. One Proud Gal moving up on the outside. Top of the lane, they better pick up their feet if they want to beat the first timer. Indubitably Ellie. She has the lead by 1.5 lengths and widening. Back to second is Tough to Stop on the outside. You Never Learn. Late run from Starship Marquis. And on the inside, One Proud Gal. To the wire, Indubitably Ellie kicks off her career in winning fashion and wins by 2.5 lengths. Tough to Stop second. One Proud Gal third. Starship Marquis finished up full of run and ended up fourth in 105 and 4.
First time starter number 1, Indubitably Ellie, scores for owner R.G. Lundock, trained by Manny Tatorit, ridden today by apprentice Jonathan Gonzalez. The second race, 6.5 furlong claiming event. Fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 3 races. 2 scratches in the race. Number 2, Syndicata, and number 4, Glacken Road.
They're off. Miss USA begins nicely. Guyana from down toward the inside, and splitting horses and up to challenges Bama Rose. Bama Rose puts her head in front with Guyana tackling from the inside, and from the outside Miss USA. They set up the favorite Deny It well, 4th behind the speed, 1.5 lengths better than the team at the back, Indy Breeze and Senora de Lujan. The race down the backstretch, still a 3-way go, now a 2-way go with Miss USA ahead in front. Bama Rose is there second. Guyana wanted the lead, but she's out-sprinted. She's now third, about to be engaged outside by the favorite Deny It. Deny It's made it up to be within 2 off the lead, with a very good trip so far. 2 lengths more to the team at the back, Indy Breeze and Senora de Lujan. They're 2 by 2 by 2 with 3 furlongs to run, and Bama Rose continues to lead it. Miss USA on the outside is second. 3 wide on the outside is Deny It from third. Guyana scrubbed the pawn well fourth, followed by Indy Breeze and Senora de Lujan. 6 horses within 3 lengths as they run to the top of the stretch. On the inside, Bama Rose, tenacious, still holds firm. Toward the outside, Deny It runs at her now second. Guyana splits horses third. Miss USA bows out. Here's Deny It trying to parlay that great trip, and she's up for the lead now. Back to second is Bama Rose. Indy Breeze, widest of all, Senora de Lujan, and Guyana's coming back. But in deep stretch, Deny It will not squander that great trip. She'll punch out and win. Guyana, or rather Deny It by 2 lengths from Guyana second. Then Bama Rose third. Senora de Lujan finished fourth in 119 and 1.
And the favorite number 1, Deny It, scores for owner Safi Joseph, trained by Safi Joseph Jr. and ridden by our leading rider now, and that is apprentice Edgar Zayas. We're going to take a short break and be back for the third in just a bit.
ExpressBet brings you a whole new way to play the races. An easier, better way to wager on your favorite tracks. With a more streamlined interface for faster wagering. With more handicapping insights from our world-class experts. With more racetracks, nearly 200 to choose from. And with your personalized multi-view wagering screen, your tracks, your wager pad, and your video are all on one page. It's simply the best way to play the races. Your way. Welcome to ExpressBet. Your way to play.
Ocala Breeder Sales Company, where champions and Grade 1 stakes winners are sold, presents the next event on our sales calendar. The OBS Winter Mix Sale, January 22nd and 23rd. OBS, we measure success by performance.
Our third race of the afternoon is a 6-furlong sprint. It's a maiden race for maiden 2-year-old fillies. We have 8 runners going post with the off-time favorite number 4 Is True.
And they're off. Last in, first out, Secret Sea caught a flyer and immediately opens up a half a length. You Lie moves up to challenge in second with the Pink Wildcat now racing third. Think of You comes away while fourth from the rail position, 2.5 lengths better than Is True, who was a bit flat-footed out of there, but is fifth now and moving closer, 2.5 lengths back to High Dixie Ibis. Then it's a stretch of 4 lengths to the trailers, Margarita Island and Formal Quality. Down the backstretch they go, sharp opening quarter, 22-1, and on the inside, You Lie puts ahead in front. Secret Sea is second. Now here comes Is True. Is True is now into third, continuing to move well, with on the inside, Think of You fourth. Back to fifth is the Pink Wildcat. The rest are not of consequence, and they run to the top of the stretch. On the outside, Is True with a very impressive sustained charge thus far, takes the lead. You Lie is back to second and put to pressure. Think of You is now third. Trying to make ground from the back is High Dixie Ibis. They're off the turn. They're in the stretch drive. On top Is True, in front by 3 lengths. Think of You down the center of the racetrack is now second. High Dixie Ibis rallies widest of all. Final furlong, Is True trying to seal the deal. Think of You up into second. High Dixie Ibis finishing up well, but a very impressive win from Is True, who will win by 2. High Dixie Ibis was second. Think of You finished third, and You Lie was fourth.
Nice looking performance by number 4 Is True, owned by Thoroughbred Acquisition Group and Safi Joseph, trained by Safi Joseph Jr. His second consecutive victory. Nice day for the trainer, and ridden today by Gilbert Chamafi. Fourth race, a 6-furlong sprint claiming event for 3-year-olds and upward. We have 8 runners going post with no scratches or jockey changes to report.
And they're up. Glotone was off a step slow. Toward the inside, Bold Distinction is away alertly and trying to get the early lead with Dreaming of Uncle Rita moving up to challenge. Dangerous Trick is in between horses and moving third. Now on the outside, here comes a run from Newspaper Boy in the early part of it with Handsome Jack alongside Skibo in July. They're in the second flight and they're 5 lengths better than the team at the back, Cut Lap and Glotone. Down the backstretch, Dangerous Trick had to get out of there after a 22-2 opening quarter, clicking down to 1-5. Dreaming of Uncle Rita's in front. Dreaming of Uncle Rita by a neck to Bold Distinction in second. Toward the outside, Newspaper Boy is third, followed by Skibo in July fourth. Then Handsome Jack. Dangerous Trick is now third last, second last Glotone, and last is Cut Lap. They move past the quarter pole, Dreaming of Uncle Rita, bidding to remain undefeated, and comes off the turn and top by 2.5 lengths. That's all for Bold Distinction, who's back to second. Moving up on the outside in Skibo in July, Glotone's in with a minor award chance, and so is Handsome Jack, but this one's over. 3 for 3 will be the record for Dreaming of Uncle Rita. Give Edgard Zayas a riding double 6 over the last 2 days. Kirk Zadie and Dreaming of Uncle Rita and a canter by about 6 or 7. A total annihilation there. Up for second was Glotone. Close third, Bold Distinction or Handsome Jack. 110 flat.
And the favorite number 4, Dreaming of Uncle Rita, proves much the best, owned by Frank Carl Calabrese, trained by Kirk Zadie, and that gives apprentice rider Edgard Zayas his second victory on the card. Don't touch that remote. We'll be right back.
Starship Truffles is gonna blitz him in the Grade 1 Princess Rooney. Judy the Beauty, second best.
And it is Moreno who's going to win it wire to wire here and strides under the line as a much the best winner of the Dwyer.
Schiaparelli wins the Royal Heroine.
Ghost Sapper, Scary Good in 2013. And among the leaders by stake splitters again this year, standing at Adena Springs.
Hey fans, you want to see the Gulfstream Park replay show? It's on GulfstreamPark.com each and every race day. Welcome back for our 5th race, a 6-furlong sprint. It's for maiden 2-year-olds. We might see a couple of Triple Crown performers in this race, but we do have 2 scratches to report in the bottom part of the 1 entry 1A, High Quality Prince. Also scratch number 2B, the bottom part of the 2 entry, Copa del Rey.
And they're off. Beautiful beginning for the favorite High Kodiak Warrior, who goes looking for the lead. Now down toward the inside, Little Bart driving to challenge. Little Bart now takes the lead. Redamite is away in second after High Kodiak Warrior's good break. He'll settle in. He's now 5th. In front of him are both 3 Corduroy and Diabolical IPA. Then it's a gap of 2.5 lengths back toward the outside, River Pride. River Pride has 2 lengths on Nagaza with Tail White, and on the inside, Main Meal. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn with the lead. Little Bart from his inside draw, 3 parts in front. Redamite is 2nd. Diabolical IPA is now 3rd. The favorite on the inside, High Kodiak Warrior, is 4th. He's 2.5 lengths better than River Pride with Nagaza moving well. Here's Nagaza tipping off the fence for Racing Room for Juan Leva within 3.5 of the lead, and they run to the top of the stretch. The favorite is buried. Now Diabolical IPA moves up and around on the outside to take the lead. Nagaza swings right for the drive, and so does River Pride. They're both making good ground. Inside the final furlong, Nagaza between horses, River Pride on the outside. Diabolical IPA tries to fend them off. In deep stretch, on the inside, Diabolical IPA holding firm. Nagaza coming on one more time. Here's the wire, Diabolical IPA. Diabolical IPA prevails from Nagaza's 2nd. High Kodiak Warrior had a rough trip late. He shook loose. He might have got 3rd in front of River Pride and won 11-4.
It's number 9, Diabolical IPA, winning for the Lobdell family stables, trained by Steve Dwoskin, ridden to victory today by Orlando Boca Chica. The 6th race, a 1-turn mile allowance optional claiming event for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up. We have 8 runners going to post.
And they're off. The favorite Monarch Lass was away well from her outside post. Down toward the inside, Winning for Sarah is quick on the stretch out. Winning for Sarah and Monarch Lass 1-2. In between horses, Wide Eyed Wonder is now moving up to be 3rd as they run out of the 1-mile chute. Keyed up on the outside, victory for VLTs with Megan W. They leave the chute now and then run down the backstretch with Winning for Sarah in front by a head. Monarch Lass is 2nd, moving up on the outside, and now 3rd is victory for VLTs. Racing 4th, Wild Eyed Wonder with Wild Horse Annie on her outside. Megan W. sandwiched between that pair. Down toward the rail is Sweet Gator Girl, only 2.5 off the front. And the trailer is the Gray Silverist, but she's only 4 off the lead after an opening quarter in 23-2. The race to the half-mile pole, Winning for Sarah with inside position and the lead. But Monarch Lass continues to take it to her on the outside. Through a 46-4 half-mile, Monarch Lass now ahead in front. Winning for Sarah is 2nd. Wide Eyed Wonder is 3rd at 22-1. Scrub the Pawn well 4th inside. Sweet Gator Girl. The rest have to get going. Dropping out, victory for VLT. Silverist tries to make touch from the back. They run to the top of the stretch. Monarch Lass still very confidently handled by Chamafi. Passes the quarter pole as the one to beat. Wide Eyed Wonder will put to the whip ride well 2nd, and Winning for Sarah, the early pace setter, is back 3rd. Moving up, Sweet Gator Girl 4th. Top of the lane, Monarch Lass now asked to quicken up by Chamafi. She gives him plenty. In front by a length, Wide Eyed Wonder continues to chip away on the outside 2nd. Back to 3rd, Sweet Gator Girl. Now drifting out there, Monarch Lass. Drifting up and holding firm. Wide Eyed Wonder one more time. It's going to be close. Here's the wire, Monarch Lass. Monarch Lass drifted but held in front of Wide Eyed Wonder. 2nd, close 3rd. Sweet Gator Girl might have got up over Winning for Sarah.
Number 7, Monarch Lass, finished 1st, but was disqualified and placed 2nd for interference in the stretch. Put up the 1st was number 5, Wide Eye Wonder, owned by Leanne Robbins, trained by Stevie DeMauro, ridden to victory today by Antonio Gallardo. Short break, be back with a few surprises in just a minute.
ExpressBet brings you a whole new way to play the races. An easier, better way to wager on your favorite tracks. With a more streamlined interface for faster wagering. With more handicapping insights from our world-class experts. With more racetracks, nearly 200 to choose from. And with your personalized multi-view wagering screen, your tracks, your wager pad, and your video are all on one page. It's simply the best way to play the races. Your way. Welcome to ExpressBet. Your way to play.
Ocala Breeder Sales Company, where champions and Grade 1 stakes winners are sold, presents the next event on our sales calendar. The OBS Winter Mix Sale, January 22nd and 23rd. OBS, we measure success by performance.
Outside.
Before we get to our 7th and feature race, we're going to highlight some 2-year-olds running around the country, and one will be race 6 for Belmont. It's the Chelsea Flower, and we also have in the 9th race at Churchill Downs, the Rags to Riches.
Into the stretch, then duff one down toward the rail. Anyone's race from here as the field turns for home. Top of the stretch, Kettle Twist has emerged with the lead. Recepta Recepta now coming on to grab that lead. Zvolti is now second on the inside, a little bit sassy. Is third as they come down to the finish. And it's Recepta. Recepta winning smartly.
And number 12, Recepta, wins impressively the Chelsea Flower at Belmont Park. Now we're going to take a look at some other 2-year-olds, fillies in the rags to riches at Churchill Downs.
The ball is hot and dangerous. They're in line for home, and it's Clever Beauty and Vexed, and these two now are hooking up, and Vex now just pokes a nose in front. Clever Beauty, though, comes back, takes the lead again. Staying on down the outside is Tepin. Half a furlong to go. Clever Beauty still just has the lead over Vex. And racing to line, it is Clever Beauty in the rags to riches.
What a performance by number 2, Clever Beauty, hounded throughout the stretch and holds on gamely to win it. Trained by Rusty Arnold, ridden today by Corey Lannery. Our 7th race is 6 furlong sprint, an allowance optional claiming race. We have a couple of jockey changes to report in here. Top part of the one entry, I'm discreetly ridden by Fernando Hara. At number 3, Madison Street, the rider is now Luca Panici.
And they're up. From the outside, Sweet and Discreet is away alertly and right to the early lead. Now moving up toward the inside is Silver Sachet and Madison Street between horses. Racing fourth, Without Guilt. Without Guilt is a half length better than Whole Lot of Royalty. Down toward the inside, it's Desirable Lady. That's the top flight. There's a gap of 6 or 7 lengths back to I Am Discreet, and it's 4 more lengths to the trailer, Ronan Victoria. Past the half mile and moving to the far turn. Opening quarter sharp, 22-1. And on the inside, Silver Sachet by a head. Madison Street second. 3 wide on the outside. Sweet and Discreet is now racing third. Then it's a length back to Whole Lot of Royalty. In between horses is Without Guilt. Desirable Lady down toward the inside. That top flight separated by only 2.5. The back markers Ronan Victoria, and the trailer is Sweet and I Am Discreet. They run to the top of the stretch now with the lead now. The leader is Sweet and Discreet. Off the turn on top by 2. Back to second, Silver Sachet. Whole Lot of Royalty is third. Desirable Lady is fourth. Inside the final furlong. Keeping to task is Joe Bravo and Sweet and Discreet, and they're opening up. Sweet and Discreet will win the Sunday feature. Punched out by Bravo to win by 5 lengths. Up for second is Whole Lot of Royalty in front of Without Guilt third and Silver Sachet fourth in 1:10 and 3.
Number 1A, Sweet and Discreet, wins it for E. Paul Robsham Stables LLC, trained by Todd Pletcher and ridden by Joe Bravo. Our 8th and final race, 5.5 furlong starter allowance for 3-year-olds and upward. We have a jockey change and a scratch. On the jockey change, it's number 2, Musical Flair. The rider is Jesus Rios. Scratch number 8, Tiger Distinction.
And runners away. Poor beginning for Drinks to Go. Quick beginning for Upon Reflection, driving to challenge toward the rail is Trip and Run now takes the lead. In between horses, Musical Flair is keyed up. One of the favorites is On Appeal, and he's away in the top flight. From the outside, Petch makes it a 4-way go. Fast early pace with a half a mile to travel. Racing behind the speed is Pom Pom Power, 2 lengths better than the inside horse Key Reversal. Then on the outside to Upon Reflection. To his inside is Manly, and it's a stretch of 6 lengths to Drinks to Go. They run around the far turn, On Appeal from between horses. Petch on the outside. They're in lockstep from Trip and Run back third. Musical Flair is racing in fourth. Put to the whip ride is Manly on the outside. So is Pom Pom Power trying to gain into it. Nothing today from Upon Reflection, and they're at the top of the stretch. On Appeal straightens for the drive with a 3-length lead. Trip and Run is second toward the outside. Musical Flair. Drinks to Go is coming up the inside with the late run, and Manly is down the center. On Appeal is almost home. Manly is absolutely flying. Does he have enough time? On Appeal is there by 2. Manly will run out of racetrack. On Appeal wins. On Appeal from Manly, who was second. Trip and Run third in front of Drinks to Go fourth. And it looks like Musical Flair to complete the high five.
Number 5, On Appeal, wins the nightcap, owned by Zena Gardner and Guillermo Velasquez, trained by Marco Fernandez and ridden by Josie Gomez. In the pick 4 today, 404, paid $709.25. Pick 5, 5 of 5, $1,529.85. 4 of 5, $13.15. And in pick 6, 5 of 6, paid $70.57. We got a carryover of $1,458.47. And here are today's claims. That wraps up Sunday's action. Remember, next weekend right here at Gulfstream Park, Friday and Saturday, you can bet on the Breeders' Cup at our sister track, Santa Anita, and Saturday at Gulfstream Park, the return of breakfast at Gulfstream Park. The first 200 folks to arrive will get a free hot breakfast, and right after that breakfast, we'll have a seminar up in 10 Palms, hosted by me and joined by the one and only Hank Goldberg and my buddy Tom Jicka. Should be a fun weekend next weekend. Good night and good luck.